As 2020 draws to a close, we can all look back and see that this was an absolute nightmare for us as collectors. And not just us as collectors, the comic book industry as a whole really took a hit this year. However, if you are new to the comic book collecting hobby and you want to continue, don't let any of this put you off. Things will get better. What am I talking about? Well, stay tuned to the video to find out more. Hello and welcome to HydraCollectables, where we let our geek flag fly. My name's Luke and I'm your host, and today we are celebrating my 100th video. Yeah, so to be honest, I am very pleased with this. This is been a huge success for me. I never thought that I would get this far. So yeah, 100 videos in. Now, originally on my schedule, I simply had this as another episode of Alls with Flaws. However, I thought that the 100th episode, the 100th video, deserves something a little more. And so I would like to take this opportunity to address a different type of audience to what I'm used to. This video isn't for my normal audience, but please, do still stick by. This is me reaching out for those people who are new to the hobby, or people that would like to join, whether that be people who love the MCU, love all the DC movies, whether or not you're a big fan of like Umbrella Academy or other shows similar to that on streaming services. You know, I want to reach out to toy collectors or even pop figure enthusiasts. This video is for you. If you are at all even the slightest interested in starting a comic book collection, I'm going to start reaching out. I'm going to start making videos specifically dedicated to those people who are new to the hobby. Because I tell you one thing, after doing this for 100 episodes or 100 videos, whatever you want to call it, I've kind of realised that it's all been about me and my collecting habits, and as a newly returned collector, it was very easy for me to fall into a pattern where I would be talking about things that I kind of expected people to know, and not everyone does, and that's completely fair. So what I want to do is open up the doors and say that HydraCollectables is literally for everyone. If you're new to the hobby, if you don't even know where to begin, we are going to help you every step of the way, and I'm going to create a new segment, a new playlist that I can start adding videos to throughout next year to help you guys develop these comic collecting habits, you know, things that we as veteran collectors can pass down to you guys, whether that be how to put together a short box, which I might show you in this video, to whether or not it's, you know, bagging and boarding and the different sizes and styles that are available to you. So here we are reaching out, and we are going to try and make this a more welcoming place for new collectors and veteran collectors. Now, with that in mind, please, to my audience who is already here, don't think that I am neglecting you guys. These videos will be bonus videos that I put out for the community. Every Tuesday you will still be getting your regular content from myself, and I'll just be adding some regular videos as we go. Over the last couple of months I've kind of already done that, you know, comics with friends and movies with friends and everything else that I'm putting together. They all kind of come out as the bonus videos, and they tend to come out on the Wednesday or Thursday retrospectively. Now, please understand that yes, these are bonus videos and everything else, but we are always learning. Every one of us, myself included, I am always learning about new things. So even if something feels like it's a bit on the nose or teaching you how to suck eggs, that is not my intention. My intention is just to open up the door and welcome some newbie collectors in. After all, every day, specifically with people who watch the MCU, I mean, we've had over 10 years of movies being made. And as these people grow up watching those movies, get themselves jobs, have their own money, they go out looking for something, you know, something reminiscent of their childhood, much like we did. And so I just want this to be a very friendly environment, atmosphere, community for those people to join. So please, even if you think, oh, I know that, this is a learning place, and if I've missed anything out, please let me know in the comment section below so that other people can read those comments and see other people's ideas. After all, this is what it's all about. It's all about sharing experiences with like-minded people. So this 100th video, as I mentioned, was meant to be an Alls with Flaws video, and a large part of Alls with Flaws is to show people that 9.8s aren't everything. Now, don't get me wrong, 9.8s are extremely important in this community and people do love them, myself included. If I open up a CGC box and it comes back a 9.8, I love it. You know, it's fantastic. That's not to say that other grading companies aren't available. I use CGC as an example, but we will also get into that further down the line with these videos. We are going to explain all of this stuff. So please don't let this video put you off with certain terminologies. But yes, 9.8s. 9.8s are not the be-all and end-all of everything. And one of the key things that I think puts a lot of people off is that comic book collecting comes with a form of intimidation. Comes with there's an intimidating factor to this hobby where people don't quite know where to jump in. They don't know if they're allowed to say I love this book in case the other people laugh at them or mock them for it. And the truth is, I mean, we all say it. All of us veteran collectors say it all the time. You got to buy what you love. You got to buy what you like and not necessarily reach out for those 9.8s or those spec books. If you're happy with what you have found and what you have, that's all that matters. Nobody else should be telling you, myself included, how to go about this hobby. We are all just here to lend a helping hand. So with that, that is your first lesson. Buy what you love. And the second lesson is the most simplest one that I can think. You can't be a comic book collector without collecting your comics. So it goes as follows. Buy the book, read the book, store the book. How do you store the book? You store them in comic book boxes. And I'm about to show you how to put one together. Okay, so first things first, what is a comic box? Well, a comic box is literally a box that you store comics with, and they do come in all shapes and sizes, whether this be long boxes or short boxes, whether it be for magazine style or slab books, they are all different, so it's worth paying attention out there to what you are purchasing. You know, some of these older books, specifically Silver and Golden Age, they are a lot bigger than your current style comic books, and we'll get into that as well, because we currently have current books and we have modern books, and there are slight discrepancies there, but that is for another video. So a prime example of a comic book short box would be something like this. Now, I'm not going to hold this up forever because it's extremely heavy being a full box. But yeah, as you can see, that is made of cardboard. And these are the cheapest and more easily sourced items available to you as a comic book collector. You can get decorative ones that have various pictures and images.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
Sorry about that. So, we'll leave that in. So, yeah, you can get decorative boxes. They sell them with all sorts of patterns and stuff, but that price really does elevate. Yes, they look wonderful. They look beautiful. I cannot deny that. However, I personally just cannot justify that price hike. I cannot justify spending that much extra money on a box that looks slightly prettier than your typical white box. So, yeah, when you order these or when you buy them in said shop, they will arrive flat packed. And yeah, I just don't want you guys to be put off by any of this. You know, once you've been collecting comics for a while, you can kind of throw these together pretty quickly. However, it can be quite daunting. You know, they don't come with instructions. So how do you know how to put this thing together? That's what this video is about. That's your first lesson here at HydraCollectables. How to store your comics. Because if you've got storage, that means you can start collecting. So yeah. Let's see if I can fit this all on camera. So here we have a typical cardboard short box. And if we open it up, we have two different sides to the short box. We have one side which has these ear flaps or handles, and then we have another side that does not. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do is take this side that does not and fold that into the box. Right? Fold it all the way in, flat down like that. Then we're going to take these handles and we're going to fold them in on themselves as well, much like this. We are then going to also push that into the box, giving us that sort of shape. Right? Then we want to reach into the box. I'm going to try and do this so you guys can see. And what we want to do is we want to raise these handles up, and then this one down. Very hard to do at this angle. And then that additional flap that we had, we can push right down into the base there. So, there's your box. But of course, your box needs a lid. So, the lids also come flat packed. And as you can see there, you can see that there's a little notch there that already has the piece missing. But we can just pop out those other ones on either side. Easier said than done. And basically this is what everything is going to slot into. So first of all, we'll take this and we will fold that over. If I turn this way so you guys can see. And we'll fold this side over as well. Up here, we will fold these flaps inwards. And this one over the top. And then you can see there's these little ridges up here. Hopefully you guys can see them. These little ridges. That's what slots into those little holes. So you fold that over again and they slot into place. Now a little bit of wiggling and you will get that in there. And then you just got to do the same to the other side. Now as I mentioned, once you've done one, you get super quick with it. But unless you know how to do it, and if it doesn't come with instructions, you're going to be searching for videos such as this one. And that's why I thought it was important to do. So there you have it. There is the lid to your box. And that simply slots straight on. Nice and firm. Doesn't really go anywhere. You can even turn the box upside down. Obviously you wouldn't do that with comics inside. But yeah, that is your short box. So, there you have it. That is your first piece of advice. I didn't want to say lesson, because that's not right. No one should tell you what to do. That is your first piece of advice for starting your comic book collection. Buy what you love and store it as best you can. You don't have to store it this way. You don't have to buy these boxes. You can choose to store your books whichever way you see fit. Nobody has the right to say otherwise. But if you want to look after the things that you love, you know, you're buying what you love and you want to look after what you love, and this is the best way to do it. Everyone who is a comic book collector has this sort of setup. It's not anything special. Like I mentioned, you can go out and buy plastic ones. They are fantastic. They do look great. They're really nicely put together. But from a cost point of view, if you're going to be serious about collecting comics and you're getting comic books in through your door every week, every month or otherwise, they're going to mount up really quickly, and for a fraction of the cost, this is where you want to store them. So I hope that was entertaining to all you veteran collectors out there, and I hope it was useful to all you newbie collectors. I really genuinely mean it when I say that I want to spread out and help advance this community. You know, every year we have new people coming in, and rather than turning our noses down at them or mocking them for not understanding, I want to break down those boundaries. I want to open my arms up to everyone and say, yeah, we are here and we are willing to help. So if there is anything else that you would like me to cover, and believe me, I have a list. I'm gonna do my best to help you guys. But if there is anything else that you would like me to cover, let me know in the comment section below. And throughout the beginning part of next year, we will certainly get through to it. So yeah, with that, I'm signing off. And until next time, I'll see you in another life. Take care.